Preserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. Move, your highness.
Which one of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Canst not say I did it. Never shake that gory locks at me!
Gentlemen, arise. His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed, and regard him not. Are you a man?
I? And a bold one that might look on that which might appall the devil.
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. These flaws and starts, imposters to true fear, would well become a mother's story at Windsor's fire, authorized by her grandam. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces? When all is done, you look but on a stool.
Oh, prithee! See there! Behold, look! How say you? Why, what care I? If thou canst not, speak to! Charnel houses and our graves must send those we bury back. Our monuments shall be the moths of kites.
What? Quite unmanned in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
For shame.
Blood hath been shed ere now. In the olden time, ere human statute purged the gentle wheel. Aye, and since 2 murders have been performed, too terrible for the ear. Time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now, they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
Worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all, then I'll sit down. Give me some wine. I feel full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all and him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt. And quit my sight! When the earth eyed thee, thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. As the speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare I dare? Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble. Or be alive again, then dare me to the desert with thy sword. The trembling I inhabit then, protest me, the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence! Why so? Being gone, I'm a man again. I'll pray you, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
And such things be, and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder. You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe. Well, now I think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies and choughs and rooks brought forth the secrets man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayst thou? That Macduff denies his person at our great bidding.
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in this house I keep a servant freed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak. For now, I am bent to know by the worst means. The worst. I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go over. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, we'll to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet young indeed.
As you are, saucy and overbold. How did you dare to trade in traffic with Macbeth, in riddles and affairs of death, and I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my head, or show the glory of our art. And which is worse, all you have done hath been before a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who, as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. But make amends now, and get you gone. And at the pit of Acheron, meet me in the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything beside. I am for the air. This night I'll spend unto a dismal and a fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere you, upon the corner of the moon. Their heads of vapors drop profound. I'll catch it ere it comes to ground, and that distilled by magic's light shall raise such artificial sprites, as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear. As you all know, security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Hark, I am called. My little spirit, see, sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me. Come. Let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth, married, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late. Whom, you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed, for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. And who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damned fact, did it not grieve Macbeth? Did he not straight, in pious raves, the two delinquents tear that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was that not nobly done? Aye, and wisely too. For could it anger any heart alive to hear the men deny it? So that, I say, he has borne all things well. But, for from broad words, and because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court, and is received with the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone upon his aid to pray the Holy King to wake Northumberland and warlike Seward, that by the help of these we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, and free from feasts and banquets bloody knives. This report hath so exasperated Macbeth that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Since he's Macduff?
He did. And with an absolute sir, not I. The cloudy messenger turns me his back.
And that well might advise Macduff to caution, hold what room his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to court of England and unfold his message ere he come. The swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send them prayers.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pick wine.
Hark your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad, that venom sleeping got, boil thou first to the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
This fillet of fenny snake in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, full of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's stick, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell rock boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witches, monkeys, maud gulp of the raven's salt sea shark, root of hemlock, digged in the dark, liver of blaspheming Jew, ball of ghost,
And slips of dew,
silvered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, finger of bird strangled fade, never wept wants the grave, ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's chaldron, pour the ingredients of our cauldron, double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, cool it with baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
I commend your pains. Now about the cauldron sing, enchanting all that you put in.
Midnight hags, what is't you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you that which you profess. Ere you come to know it, answer me. Your castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's germs tumble all together, even till destruction sicken. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak, demand, will answer.
Say if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Oh, let Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth? Macbeth? Macbeth, beware Macduff. Beware the thane of fife. Dismiss me. Enough.
Sure thou art. For thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast heard my fear right. One word
Will
more.
not be commanded. Here is another more potent than the first. Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff! What need I fear of thee? It'll make assurance double surety bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this? That rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the rounding top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it. Be lion mettled proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood, to high Destinate Hill shall come against him.
That'll never be! Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree unfix his earthbound root? Sweet bodements. Good. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know. Why sings that cauldron? And what noise is this?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art true like a spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown's a seer, mine eyeballs. And thy hair, so other gold-bound brow is like the first. The third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? The fourth, stark eyes black. When the lion stretch out to the crash of doom. Another yet, a seventh. I'll see no more. And yet the eighth appeared. Bears the glass and shows me many more. Until I see his twofold balls and dreadful scepters carry. Horrible sight! Oh, now I see 'tis true. For the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me. And points his hands for his. What? Is it so? Where are they gone? Come in without there!
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England!
Aye, my good lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. Flighty purpose never is our took unless the deed go with it. From this instant, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife! Give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting as a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles, and a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch for the poor wren. The most diminutive of birds will fight her young ones in the nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little as the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
I pray you school yourself. Cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. When we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon the wild and violent sea each way and move. Your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further. My pretty cousin blessing upon him.
Father he is, yet he's fatherless.
It would be my disgrace and your discomfort should I stay on. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father's dead. What will you do? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird. Thou never fear the net nor line, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds, they are not set for. My father is not dead for all your sake.
Yes, he is dead. And how wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 any more.
Then you'll buy and sell again. And I'll speak this with all thy wit, and yet in faith wit enough for thee. Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor. He must be hanged.
And must all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the swearers and liars are fools, for they're swearers and liars now to beat the honest men and hang up them.
God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If you were not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Bless you, fair dame. I want you know that in your state of honor I am perfect. I fear some danger to approach you nearly. If you will take a homely one's advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. Heaven preserve him. I dare abide no longer.
Oh, whither should I fly? I've done no wrong. But I remember I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then do I put up that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified that such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor. Thou liest, thou shaggered villain!
What? You never... Oh.
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and birth them. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dolor.
What you have spoken may be so, perhaps. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet, and I am young. And wisdom be to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon.
I have lost my hope.
Perhaps even there where I find my doubts. Hide that rawness left to your wife and child. Those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taking. I pray you. Let not my jealousy be your dishonor for mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Believe, poor country, great tyranny. Fare thee well, lord. I would not be the villain thou thinkst, for all the space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think with all there be hands uplifted in my right, and fear from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, my poor country shall suffer more vices than it had before by him that should succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice, so grafted that, when opened, black Macbeth would seem as pure as snow, and my poor state esteem him as a lamb being compared with my confineless harms.
Not in the legions of horror and hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there is no bottom, none, to my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cisterns of my lust, and my desire, all continent penetrate or bear if it did deny my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings. But do not fear to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty. We have willing dames enough.
With this there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a stanchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles from their lands, desire his jewels and his other's house, and my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and righteous, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer-seeming lust, and it hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear! Scotland hath foisons to fill up your will with other graces weighing.
But I have none. The king becoming graces, such as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish in these, but take in the division of each several crime. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell. Uproar of the universal peace can bound all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live! O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant bloody sceptred, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fairly well. These evils thou repeats upon myself have banished me from Scotland. My breast I hold in sphere.
Macduff, this noble passion hath reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many of these trains hath sought to win thee into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from credulous haste. Even now I put myself to thy direction. Unspeak mine own attractions. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself as strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman. Never have forsworn, scarcely have tolerated mine own. At no time broke my faith. I am truly thine and my poor country's command. Whither indeed, before thy here approach, old Seward, with 10,000 warlike men already appointed was setting forth. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile.
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Good God, betimes remove the means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. Cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile. Where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked. Violet sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's zeal is there scarce asked for who. Good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps. Die more ere they say.
A relation too nice, yet too true. How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace.
No, they were well at peace when I could leave them.
Be not a niggard of your speech, how goes it?
When I came hither to transport the tidings which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witness the rather for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers. They are willing to fight, to doth their dire distresses.
See if their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good steward and 10,000 men.
But I can answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that would be held out in this desert air where hearing should not touch them.
What concern then?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess I did.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner run the quarry of these murdered deer to add the death of you.
What then? Ne'er pull your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the overfought heart and bids it break.
My children, too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
I thought I must be from this. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure us of this deadly grief.
He has no children! All, my pretty wife? Did you say all? Oh, have they all? All my pretty chickens and they're down in one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macbeth, they were struck for thee. Not that I am, not for their own merits, but for mine. No slaughter on their souls.
This the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Let not the heart enrage it.
I can play the woman with mine eyes and braggart with my tongue. Gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length, set him. If he escape, heaven forbid.
This tune goes madman. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long, but never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can see no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
Strange perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefits of sleep, yet through the effects of walking. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her,
You may to me.
neither to you nor any one. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but her senses shut.
This is what she does now. Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus, washing her hands. I have known her continuing this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
She speaks. I will set down what comes from her.
Out! Damn spot out! I say 1, 2. I don't have time to do it. Hell is murky. 5, my lord, 5! A soldier and a fear. Why need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The fate if I've had a wife, Where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar with this starting.
You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I'm sure of that.
It's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand.
The sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well, well, well.
Pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my knowledge. I have known those who have walked in their sleep who have died coldly in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Macbeth is buried. You cannot come out on his grave.
Even so,
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, give me your hand. Duncan be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Natural deeds to breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. She needs more the divine than the physician. Look after her, and still keep eyes upon her. And mind, she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak. Good night.
Good night.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenges burn in them, for their dear causes would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming?
Who knows that Donalbain be with his brother?
But for certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There is Seward's son, and many unrough youths even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he is mad, others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury, but for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands. Now, immediately, revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title made loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself from being there?
Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge, each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march towards Burnham.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Burnham Wood removed to Dunsinane, I cannot change with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. Will the devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon? Where got thou that goose look?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain!
soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou delivered boy! What soldiers, patch, death of thy soul! Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear! What soldiers, whey-face!
The English force, so please you.
Take thy face hence. This push will cheer me ever and deceive me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sear, the yellow leaf. And that which should accompany old age is honor, love, obedience, troops of friends. I must not look to have, but in their stead curses. Not loud, but deep. Mouth honor, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
Well, confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out more horses. Skirt the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me my armor! How does your patient?
Not so sick, my lord. She is troubled with becoming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that! Canst thou not minister to a mind disease? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs, all none of it. Satan, send out. The thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say! What rhubarb sign or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Is not them.
Aye, my lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Oh, bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death in vain, till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane a waves clear, profit against you, hardly draw me here.
Cousins, I hope the days are near hand that Chambers will be safe.
Doubt it nothing.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the number of our host and make discovery ere report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other but that the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main hope. For where there is advantage should be given, both poor and less have given him the revolt. And none serve with them but constrained things, whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event. Put we on in dust.
Time approaches. Will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative their unsure hopes relate, but certain issue strokes must arbitrate. Towards which advance the war.
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. Cry and still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh the siege to scorn. Here let them lie, till famine and ague you eat them up. Were they not forced with those which should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I have almost forgotten the taste of fears. The time has been, my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped full with horrors, direst, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word tomorrow. And tomorrow? And tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out! Out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story, quickly.
My lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did
liar, and slave!
Let me endure your wrath, but be not so. May you see it coming within this 3 mile, I say, a moving grove.
If thou speakst false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham wood do come to Dunsinane. And now a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Arm and out! If this which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence nor tarrying here. I begin to be aweary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell. Blow, wind! Come, rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Now, near enough, your leafy screen throw down and show like those you are. You worthy uncle Shallot, my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. With nothing we should take upon, what else remains to do, according to our order.
Very well.
Do we but find the tyrant's power here tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight!
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like I must fight the course. But he that was not born of woman, such a one am I to fear or none.
What is thy name?
Thou wilt be afraid to hear it.
No. Though thou callest thyself a haunted name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant. With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speak.
Thou wast born of woman. Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by man as of a woman born.
That way the noises. Tyrant! Show thy face! If thou be a slave and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. Cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are hired to bear their stays. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again unbeaten. That way thou shouldst be. By this great platter one who graves no sees bruises. Let me find good fortune, more I beg not.
This way, my lord. Castle's gently rendered. Tyrants' people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours. Little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool? Die on mine own sword. Whilst I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn! Hellhound, turn.
Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words, my voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain than turns can get me out.
Oh! the intrenchant air with thy keen blade impresses make me bleed. But fall thy blade on vulnerable crests, I live a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
To spare thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be that tongue that tells me so, for that cowed my better part of man. Juggling fiends no more believe that palter with us in a double sense. Keep the word of promise to our ear and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live. To be the show and gaze of the time, we'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and under it, saying, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rebel's curse. Though Burnham would, they come to Dunsinane, and thou oppose being of no woman born, yet I will try at last. For my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff! Damned be him that first cries, hold enough!
Would the friends you missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see, so great a day as this was cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived until he was a man, to which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought. But like a man, he died.
And he is dead.
Aye, and run off the field. But your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be! And I as many sons as I have hairs, I wish them to know fairer deaths. And so his knell is knolled.
He's worth more sorrow. Battle spent for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score. And so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Look, where stands the usurper's accursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland.
I don't think we missed too much.